You should be outraged if you're an American.
It's finally reached a boiling point.
It's a pathetic stunt.
They're freaked out. They're trying to stop this investigation.
A political standoff over the impeachment probe of President Trump. A group of Republicans stormed the closed-door hearing into whether there was a quid pro quo between the White House and Ukraine.
And as you heard, Democrats are calling this a stunt. KCAL 9 Sandra Mitchell is here now with all of the Capitol Hill drama. Sandy?
Yeah, was it a political stunt? Maybe, maybe not. Republicans say Americans deserve to know what's being said in that impeachment inquiry. Whatever it was today, it did delay the deposition for about 5 hours.
By golly, if they're going to do it in public. Don't hide it from the American people.
Republican Congressman Mo Brooks led a group of more than 20 lawmakers to storm a secure hearing room. Inside, the impeachment inquiry of President Trump was going on.
We demand open proceedings. The American people deserve nothing less.
The sit-in delayed testimony from the Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense, Laura Cooper. She was set to answer questions about why U.S. military aid was withheld from Ukraine. Yesterday, the top U.S. diplomat to Ukraine told the panel the money was held up for political reasons. In prepared remarks, Bill Taylor said by mid-July, it was becoming clear. A meeting that the Ukrainian president wanted with Mr. Trump was conditioned on the investigation of Burisma, the energy company that employed the son of presidential candidate Joe Biden.
Bill Taylor gave a devastating opening statement yesterday. They're freaked out. They're trying to stop this investigation. They don't want to hear from witness Cooper today.
I guess when the evidence is so clearly presented, the next best option is to criticize about the process.
Just 2 days ago, President Trump said,
the Republicans have to get tougher and fight.
This has been a disgraceful process. This is a Soviet-style process. This should not be allowed in the United States of America. Every member of Congress ought to be allowed in that.
Many of those who participated in the sit-in today did meet with the president at the White House yesterday. Because of that, some people now believe the president knew exactly what was going to happen. Juan and Sharon?
Impeachment inquiry continues to look into why the White House decided to withhold congressionally appropriated military aid to Ukraine. Nicole Killian reports that lawmakers are now questioning a Pentagon official oversees Ukraine policy.
Laura Cooper arrived on Capitol Hill for her testimony before Congress. The Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense faces questions about why military aid was withheld from Ukraine.
Get some background information about that based on her knowledge and experience.
Tuesday, Bill Taylor, the top U.S. diplomat in Ukraine, told lawmakers the money was held up for political reasons. In his prepared testimony, Taylor said by mid-July, it was becoming clear a meeting the Ukrainian president sought with Mr. Trump was conditioned on the investigation of Burisma, the energy company that employed the son of presidential candidate Joe Biden. Taylor said he was told everything, including millions of dollars in U.S. security assistance to Ukraine, depended on President Zelensky publicly announcing an investigation related to the Bidens and the 2016 election. Democrats say Taylor kept meticulous notes which aided his testimony.
He was a highly credible witness who provided a detailed account of what he saw in his service in Ukraine as it related to this shakedown scheme.
The White House contests Taylor's testimony as part of a coordinated smear campaign and insists there was no quid pro quo with Ukraine.
They don't even let the president's legal counsel question people who are making baseless allegations.
Republicans continue to attack the impeachment inquiry and are demanding access to transcripts of the interviews already conducted.
By golly, if they're going to do it in public. Don't hide it from the American people. Show your face where we can all see the travesty that you are trying to foist on America.
Democrats say the transcripts will be released when the investigation is complete. Nicole Killian, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Divisions intensify on Capitol Hill as Democrats continue their impeachment inquiry against President Donald Trump. Republicans took action today, as you saw earlier, disrupting a closed-door deposition, bringing the session to a halt. Joining me now from Capitol Hill is Congressman Jody Hice, Republican from Georgia. He's also a member of the House Committee on Oversight and Reform. Congressman, welcome into the broadcast. Why was it so important for you to support your fellow Republicans, those who did disrupt the meeting today?
You know, this is an absolutely unprecedented process that we're watching in a so-called impeachment inquiry that, number one, has never even been voted on. You cannot have an impeachment inquiry without there first being a vote on the House floor to do so, which the Democrats have not even done. And so we are having kind of just an absolute false impeachment inquiry to begin with. But you add on top of the fact that this inquiry is behind the shroud of secrecy. There is no transparency whatsoever. Members of Congress are not allowed to be in there unless you're a part of one or two select committees. Even members of Congress are not able to go read transcripts about this. And this is all unclassified information to begin with, and yet members of Congress are being left out. In addition to that, the entire American citizenry is being left out. And this is an impeachment inquiry on the President of the United States, and no one is being allowed to witness what's going on. And so several of my fellow colleagues today basically said enough is enough. We have a right to know what's going on. This is regarding doing away with the election results of 2016, and the American people elected the president, and we have a right to know what's going on in this impeachment inquiry that is one-sided and is absolutely wrong in every way.